What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C4 here. Eagles football is just around the corner as they get ready for their Week 1 preseason matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A revenge game from last season where the Bucs absolutely shit-pounded us. What was it, 45-10, something like that? One of the most embarrassing games I've ever seen in my time as a Philadelphia Eagles fan. So maybe some of the players that were on the roster at that time have a bad taste in their mouth they need to get rid of and lay that ass whooping against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Even though it's preseason, that's the kind of mentality I want to install in my team. This is the only chance we're going to get this year to get revenge of that ass whooping we got last year. So let's do some work. So I have 10 things to watch in this game, 10 things I'm watching, and 10 things you should watch as an Eagle fan for this game. Number 1 is who gets more snaps, Carson Wentz or Chase Daniel. It's apparent that Sam Bradford will be our starter going into Week 1, which I agree with. But who's going to be the backup? From all accounts, Carson Wentz has been the better quarterback in camp between him and Chase Daniel. So I think, they might be pulling the reins back on the whole let's shut down Carson Wentz this year kind of thing, because Sam Bradford has a history of being injury prone, and we very well will probably need a quarterback 2 to play some meaningful snaps this season. And if Carson Wentz is the straight-up better player than Chase Daniel, then there you go. You got your answer. We got to go with Carson Wentz. We got to go for the guy that we gave up a lot of assets to trade up and get with the Cleveland Browns. So who's going to get more snaps in this game? I think they'll probably will be pretty even. I could say a quarter each. I get McLeod, Bethel, Thompson, and they'll probably give him garbage time in the fourth. But I could definitely see a quarter each for Carson Wentz and Chase Daniel. Hopefully, Carson Wentz gets a little bit more time so us Eagle fans can see him in action. Number 2, it is Kenjon Barner's time to shine. Wendell Smallwood seems like he picked up an injury, and he may not be fit for this game. So it's going to be Kenjon Barner's chance to make an impression, because I think, really, for the top backup spot behind Ryan Matthews, who's injury-prone as fuck, is between Kenjon Barner and Wendell Smallwood. And Kenjon Barner was debatably our preseason king last year. So can he do it again? Can he do it back-to-back years? Also, I want to see what Byron Marshall looks like. All reports out of him, he's our rookie undrafted running back out of Oregon. He's looked pretty good in camp. Great hands out of the backfield. I think he might have a time to shine and be able to, probably earn himself a practice squad spot. Number 3, wide receiver 2 and wide receiver 3 are still wide open. Jordan Matthews has been very good in camp. People said he's not dropping a lot of balls, which, he had the drops, the case of brick hands last season, so I'm glad to see that. But 2 and 3 are wide open. Nelson Aguilar, Ruben Randall, Chris Givens, and Josh Huff. I expect them to see them get at least a half of football because there is just straight-up competition. This is a good year to be an Eagles fan in preseason because a lot of our positions aren't set. We're going to have the guys that earn and win their spot in preseason football. So, I'm going to see Aguilar and Randall and Givens. Those are my guys. Obviously, I've been shitting on Josh Huff. He hasn't really doing that well in camp. But I think Aguilar, Randall, and Givens will be getting nice snaps in this first preseason game. So I want to see, hopefully they do well. Number 4 is a sneak peek at what the Jim Schwartz defense will look. The Jim Schwartz era on defense. Oh my God, it's so good not to have Billy Davis back there anymore. But we're going to get some sneak peek of this 4-3. Obviously, he's not going to want to show all his hands to the NFL. But, we get a little taste. Get a little, cop a feel. Not for too long, just enough. Just enough to see where we're going. Number 5 is cornerback spots are up for grabs. I actually think all guys on our quarterback team will get lots of snaps, as no one can confidently be penciled in as a for-sure starter. If I had to say from the looks of things, Lewis McKelvin seems to be the only one, but even then, I want him getting snaps and seeing if he's durable enough. If you don't want to give him meaningful snaps because you're worried they'll get hurt, then he shouldn't be there anyway. You get Eric Rowe, Nolan Carroll, Jalen Mills, Ron Brooks. Those are guys that I think they'll be getting lots of snaps because these guys need to earn their fucking starting keep. And, it sounds like the starters, the first team was McKelvin, Carroll, and Brooks. And I've already talked about this in another video. Yikes! I am not happy about that. I am not, like I already said, no one's going to be afraid of that. No one's going to be afraid to challenge those guys in meaningful games. So let's hope this competition is not penciled in. It's not all set in stone yet right now. And guys can certainly earn their way to being a starting corner. Number 6 is Doug Pederson's first head coach game. And he's calling plays. He had that... I remember during the introductory press conference, the first question was asked, what the fuck happened in that last drive in the Kansas City Chiefs playoff game? So Pederson needs to have a good start. I always think he needs to win over some of the fans here. And he's going up against another new head coach with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Dirk Cutter. So, this would be his game. I think if Doug Pederson can win this, even though it's a preseason game, even though it doesn't really mean a whole lot, it would get a lot of momentum behind him, at least that it might not be so bad this year. Our expectations are very low, but it might not be so bad, especially, this is a good time. He's not going up against a proven head coach. He's going up another rookie head coach. So surely he can win this one for the guys. Number 7, wide receiver drops. Are they still around? We're going to have to find out, but I want to see that. I don't want to see guys fucking with brick hands over there, a bunch of masons, brick masons running around at our wide receivers position. I want to see guys making plays, so drops are going to be something we should keep an eye out. Number 8 is linebacker depth. Joe Walker, Deontay Skinner, Najee Good, Mike Tavares, Don Cherry from Villanova, Quentin Gase from Rutgers. 3 of these guys will make the team because we have absolutely shit all at linebacker depth. So these guys will be playing their balls off. I think we're going to have some hard-hitting guys on defense, guys that are be looking to make a impression. We're not going to have typical preseason football where it kind of looks like the Pro Bowl. Guys not really going out there, not wanting to get hurt. I think there's going to be lots of big tackles thrown around this defense because there's so many wide open spots. Guys wanting to make a lasting impression and find a spot on this final 53-man roster. I think we're going to see great plays from the corner and linebacker spots in preseason game. It's going to be interesting to see if they light up a Doug Martin on the opening drive or something like that to set the tone. Number 9 is our first look at offensive guard. Brandon Brooks probably won't play. He hasn't even been at a single day of training camp. So it's going to be between Alan Bradbury, Stefan Wisniewski, and Isaac Seumalo battle. Lots of snaps for them to get in this game because they need to solidify that left guard spot. Is it going to be Alan Bradbury, who's been penciled in as a starter? I think Wisniewski could probably beat him out. It sounds like he's had a pretty strong camp. Whether we also have our second pick, not our second round pick, but our second pick in the 2016 draft, and Seumalo there, who they must think he could start eventually, or else they wouldn't have used such a high pick on him. So that's going to be a nice little battle to see. At number 10, predictions for the game MVPs on offense and defense. On offense, I'm going with the bold prediction of Trey Burton. I wanted to give it to Kenyon Barner or Byron Marshall, one of the running backs, but I think Trey Burton is going to show his value in this game. They'll probably give him at least 2 quarters to play. I think he's going to be a nice little target for Chase Daniel and Carson Wentz to hit. I can definitely see him getting probably 5 to 6 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown. And on defense, I'm going Blake Countess, the safety. He's going to be playing a lot. I think they might actually interchange him a little bit at corner, but it seems like through camp he has been playing safety. I think he will make a bunch of tackles, and I think Blake Countess will end up being the MVP on the defensive side of the ball. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Who are your MVPs? Who are you looking for? What are you watching for? And let me know. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. There's going to be lots of Eagles content, lots of just football content. We're going to be doing in-depths every single week about most games, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, it's your boy C4 saying peace out.